Hello and welcome to episode 323 of the video show. First episode back in 2021. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope your new year was all right. Couldn't go anywhere anyway. Hope this year's been all right so far for you. And welcome back to the video show, the first episode of this year. So in this episode, I thought I'd be really helpful and just discuss what kind of videos you can make from your own house, because we're not going to be going anywhere for the next month or so. So what kind of videos can we start making to make sure that we keep making that marketing content, we keep getting our faces out there, and we keep getting seen in all the right places. So this video, we're going to be going through what your options are, whether it's sort of shooting videos yourself, getting someone in to help you, and then what kind of things you can be doing to give your videos that little bit of edge when it comes to posting those videos as well. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. You're watching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook. Like, comment, and share. So if you've got a question for a future episode, make sure that you put it in the comments below. And then if you have got a question as we go throughout the episode as well, feel free to put that in and I'll do my best to answer it at the end of the show. So today we're going to be talking about how to make your own videos at home. So let's go through what your options are. The first is to shoot and edit everything yourself. So the way I'd start doing that is just to grab your phone and to shoot videos on your phone. I recommend that because I think that's a good place to start if you haven't made videos before, because then you can slowly work out what you kind of need to improve your videos. Just start with what you've got. Don't go around buying anything too quickly. Just start with your phone, and then you can sort of think, okay, yeah, I need a microphone, or I need some specific lighting, or I need like a tripod, or I need a new camera, something like that. But just starting on your phone, it's a really good way to get started. Not worry too much about what it looks like, but just slowly realize how you can improve it. That's what I do. And then secondly, if you don't fancy editing it because it's quite time consuming, what you can do is shoot everything yourself and then just send it across to a video production company or someone you know who wants to edit it. Sorry, my laptop's making a lot of noise. Apologies. So that's what I'm doing quite a lot for people at the moment over lockdown. I can't go out shooting stuff for people, so people are shooting stuff at their house and then they're sending it to me. What is going on with my laptop? There's so much noise going on. Apologies. So turn that down. There we go. So another option is something that I'm doing quite a lot of is shooting stuff over StreamYard or Ecamm, which I'm using to put this video out. So the way that works is that I'm in my office, the person would be in their office, and we just shoot the videos through there. So I'd be directing them and I'll be recording it my end on like as HD as I can get it. So if you've got a good quality webcam, or if you've got a camera that you can plug in and use as a webcam, I'd recommend that over the built-in webcam, because that's going to give you a better quality picture. And then if you've got an external microphone like I'm using here, so whether this is like an XLR microphone plugged into like a whole like microphone deck, where I'm sort of a mixer. But an easier way of doing that is just getting a microphone that is a USB microphone. The reason I don't use USB microphones is because with live streams, there's a little bit of a lag. And with this, I can sort of make sure everything goes through at the same time. I've got a bit of an over-the-top setup that I will go through if you want me to go through. I've done that before and people didn't really seem to care. So I haven't really gone through it again. So that's another option, is sort of recording stuff through StreamYard, and then the video production company or videographer going away and editing it for you to save you a bit of time. A really good option, something I've seen a lot of people doing over the course of all 3 lockdowns, is to start a live show or a podcast. So I will do the next episode. I'm going to be talking about podcasts and how to shoot and record podcasts remotely. Really excited about that episode. That's going to be a good one, I think. So make sure you're looking for that. But starting a live show as well is a really good option. So I've started my own live show, as you can see here. Video show's gone live. And I've started a number of live shows as well and hosted a number of live events. So the way you can sort of start off doing that is by using your phone and just going live straight to Facebook or YouTube or whatever. If you want to go a bit more over the top, a bit more advanced, you can use Ecamm or StreamYard for your laptop and then build up the equipment you need. I've really pushed what I think a live stream could be. Some of the shows I'm trying to produce are sort of as high as I can possibly get them without them being on TV. That's where I'm aiming for, is it to be sort of TV level broadcast. I'm slowly getting to that point. But yeah, having a live show or a podcast, it just helps you stand out a little bit more. People are turning to podcasts a bit more. But as I said, tune in next week for my episode all about podcasts. We're going to go a lot more in depth than I am in this episode. So here's a few little tips just to help you along with making your videos at home. These are episodes of the video show I made last year. So the first one's all about subtitles on rev.com, and that's just using getting your video and getting subtitles created for them for quite a low cost and quite quickly as well. So let's have a look at that and how that all works. 298 of the video show. We're back in the proper studio, and today we're talking about subtitles for your videos. Subtitles like those ones there, down there. So this question was asked from Lorna Carter-Blake from DA Training and Consultancy, and she asked, what are the subtitles on your video? How do you get them? So I thought I'd make a quick video just explaining what they are. So they are subtitles that I have put through a website called rev.com. So what I do when I finish editing this video, I upload it to a website called rev.com. I send that off. It costs $1.25 per minute. Used to be $1 a minute. It's now $1.25. But you upload it to that, and then about an hour later or a few hours later, you get a subtitles file back or a transcription file back. And what you do with that is when you upload your video to LinkedIn, or you upload your video to Facebook, or you upload your video to YouTube, you can upload these subtitles alongside with it. So then you've got the option of toggling them on or off when you're watching the video. I think when you're watching it on your phone, it comes along automatically. And I think it looks a lot better if you've got those subtitles on your videos than if you haven't. Purely because if you're scrolling through the videos and there's one with subtitles on versus one where there isn't, if they are both exactly the same content, you'd watch the ones with subtitles because you're scrolling through and it just tells you what's going on in the video without you having to click it or tap it and watch the video. Another reason why I use it, if you know me in real life, then you know that I have a tendency to mumble a lot. So by having subtitles on my videos, if I do happen to mumble, then the subtitles kind of save me from that, and they tell you what I'm actually trying to say. And lastly, and the biggest reason that I get my video subtitles is that I can repurpose my videos into other bits of content. So if I've got the subtitles, I've got these transcription files of all my videos. I think it's the last 150 videos that I've got transcribed. I've got transcriptions of those. I can repurpose those into blogs, into written content. I can get quotes on Instagram, graphic things made up. There's so much I can do with these subtitles where I can repurpose my content. The subtitle file is really the key to repurposing all of your content. So that's it for episode 298. I hope you've got some other questions for me in future episodes. We've got episode 300 coming up, which will be very important. It's a big number, isn't it? Hopefully some point soon I will have had a haircut if the barbers reopen at some point. Let me know if you think I should keep growing my hair in the comments below, and I'll see you next time in episode 299. Bye-bye. So that hair was really quite something. That was made in June last year, so just as the first lockdown was ending. So after 3 months, I desperately needed a haircut. Luckily, before this lockdown, Christmas Eve, I got my last haircut, and we went into tier 4 on Boxing Day. So hopefully we'll be all right for the next few months. So yeah, that video is all about rev.com. This is something I use all the time in terms of subtitling my videos. So every pre-recorded video I make gets subtitles put on it. So if you see a video that I put out on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook that's pre-recorded, it will have rev.com subtitles on it. It just makes it easier for people to watch. So when they're scrolling through, it just gives them an idea of what the video is about when they're watching it without having to listen to it, because the video starts playing without sound. So that's why you should do it. It's really, really cost effective, and it just helps people actually stop and look at your videos rather than just scrolling past. Secondly, something that's also really going to help you if you're making videos from home is music on your videos. So this is a video I made a bit earlier in the year, in May last year. So I think this was the last one I made at home in lockdown before I went back to the office in June. So let's have a look. Hello and welcome to episode 297 of the video show. Today we're looking at music and the importance of music in your videos. So in this episode of the video show, I wanted to give an example of how you can use music well and where it kind of goes wrong. So I think firstly, we'll look at where I get my music from. So firstly, a few years ago, I used to download my music from pond5.com. It's a royalty-free website to do footage and photographs and stuff like that as well, and effects for your videos. So take a look at it for that, because I'd recommend it for that. But in terms of music, I'd have to pay per track that I downloaded. But now I use Soundstripe, which I pay for like a year's worth of whatever. So I pay a year fee, and then I can just license whatever song that's in their library. There's a few others out there that are similar to that, but the one I use is Soundstripe. So all you need to do is just type in the theme or the genre of the music you're looking for, listen to a few different tracks, and then download the one you want. So let's look at this little bit of footage and show how it differs when you're using music over it. So we're going to choose 3 different types of music, three different tracks over the top of it, and we'll see how music differs, what you feel about it. So there are my 3 different versions of exactly the same edit. There's no difference in terms of cuts or lengths of cuts or anything like that. If you wanted to make it seem more scary, you could go with like black and white, stuff like that. You can make certain shots last longer, but that would really show how editing really changes how people feel about certain videos, certain films and things like that. So what I'd love you to think about is how music can affect your business videos. From experience, I think you should listen to a number of different tracks, not just sort of listen and think, oh yeah, the first one, that's great, let's use that. Listen to a number of different tracks. You don't want it to sound quite cheap and quite corporate and quite samey as everything else, but you don't want it to sound too sort of crazy the other way and distract from what your video is about. Really, with business videos, with video production like this, you just want it to sort of complement what your video is about and not detract from the message. So that's what I'd say about music for your videos. Have fun with it, listen to a number of different tracks, then pick one that doesn't take over the message. So that's it for episode 297. I'll see you next time in episode 298. Bye. So yeah, Soundstripe for my videos has really, really saved me. I've used it. Obviously, I use Soundstripe and music and videos a lot more than people who would just be sort of making it for their own businesses, because I use them in pretty much every single edit that I do, and I edit. That's all I do during lockdown, and I make videos for all sorts of different businesses. But I would recommend that if you're going to be making videos regularly, rather than buying music like in separate tracks, to just get a subscription. So whether you're paying monthly or paying annually, just have that option where you can download music as and when you need it. And when you've got access to that online library of music, it really does help, and it really does save time. And overall, I think it will save money as well. The final tip I thought I'd just give you before we go is just making graphics and thumbnails for your videos as well. So just see if we take a look at that. There I am. So yeah, I use canva.com. So I create loads of thumbnails and stuff, loads of graphics for all the different videos that I make. And this really does help me save time when creating these kind of graphics. So whether it's like an Instagram post, so this is an Instagram post that's going to be going out for my other show, live streaming next week. There you go. So it's just like that's going to be going on my Instagram. It's a square picture, and that's going to be very similar to the thumbnail that's be going out for live streaming as well, which is there. That's for episode 3. But yeah, once you can use this for free, but I've got the paid option as well. So I think it's like $7.99 a month. But it really does help me save time when creating these graphics for my thumbnails and for promotional content for my stuff as well. So take a look at canva.com. It's really good stuff on there. I created a thumbnail for this episode on there. And then once you've got like a template for each show or each sort of video you're doing, it's really easy to edit and go along and create new stuff. So bearing that in mind, that's kind of it for episode 323 of the video show. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned a lot from it. If you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. If you're watching this afterwards, feel free to put them in the comments as well. I will be looking at those between this episode and the next episode, and I do keep an eye on them as well. So don't forget to subscribe. As I said, comment, like, and share these videos as well if you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you next week, where we'll be talking about how to record podcasts remotely. It's going to be a really good episode. So see you then. Have a great week. Stay indoors, stay safe, etc., etc., etc. And I will see you soon. Bye.